Right, so apparently I am back live. It just dropped everything. I don't know why. That was I think that was a Sony thing. I have updated the firmware earlier on this evening, just before I came on. But yeah, it's definitely a YouTube thing. So I'm just filling out everything again. This really puts my what you call it all over the place. Recording date today. Train Sim World. I am now putting everything as Train Sim World 6. People say, oh, you're not supposed to. It's not Train Sim World 6. Because you know what some people are like. They just get a little bit upset. So I'm going to save that. Right, just going back into thingy. Click live. Are we live? No. Yes, now we are. Part 2 is running. Hi again, guys. I'm really not sure. I have no idea why it did it. I just believe it's YouTube that's messed about. PayPal.me/AGNTISD6569. Booyah. So we should be on. Right. Let me just grab that. Copy. G'day. Yeah, no idea. I think just YouTube dropped everything. So it just comes up, say, cannot broadcast. It might actually have been a PlayStation thing, but I was still broadcasting until I paused it. Then I unpaused the stream, and then it went cannot broadcast, so it was on the way out. I'm not sure why. No idea. Right, I'm just going to dump this on Facey. Put it back on the thing. Oh, hello, everyone. Where is everyone? EVERYONE. Stream went. Naturally, if I was streaming via the PC, all I would have to do, I wouldn't even have to worry about it, because if it was a PlayStation issue, the PlayStation would just play. So yeah, I don't know. It's been a bit of a techie Thursday today. Oops, here's the new one. Right, put the link in, Control V, and then we will do bump. I know there's a spelling mistake, I don't care. Right, Control C, dump, bump. Right, let's load up Facey, which we're there. Booyah, Control V. Next, it's telling me share to groups. We'll have it on that one. Put that down there. Done. Post. Look at that. Straight in. Yep, that's on. Right. Okay, so yeah, guys, I don't know, so thanks for coming back again. So yeah, we're carrying on. Dresden Riesa is next. To the trains. Hi JL, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, the stream went exit left, or exited stage left. Don't know why. It wasn't me. It's not. I think it was either YouTube or PlayStation. So, but I still got everything loading in. So yeah, playing. So something went on. Right, choose a route. Dresden Riesa. We are picking routes that Bradley chose, or driving routes that Bradley chose. So we're on Dresden Riesa coming up next. Yeah, definitely funky. Like, what the funk was going on? Naverka Dresden. There we go. We're going to do some freight. I actually saw a rather long short. I know it sounds a bit weird, that, of someone with a badly. Yeah. Oh, I'll change that. Sorry. Why has it done that again? Because I changed that. Why has it done that? Oh crap! Let me do the customization as well. Oops, no, don't want to search them. I need that. Subscribers. Save. That's. I'm not sure why it's done that because I changed that and it saved it to Bradley. Oh, probably because it's done it. It's not on the thingy, is it? That's why. Let me just sort that out. Bradley. There we go. Put an R in there. Save it. So if you refresh your browser, it should now. Yeah, it's changed it, which is cool. That's good. So yeah, I can only apologise. I don't know why it's the stream went. It's a bit weird. Hold on, chat's just catching up with anything. Hi, Lady Fury, how you doing? Welcome to the stream again. Could be a worse mistake. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, instead of me typing in the whole that I typed in, I know I did. I will probably kick off my UC meeting tomorrow. Instead, the phone decided to replace it with I'll probably jack off in my UC meeting tomorrow. Buzzing for next week, definitely. I should have it on the PC over the weekend installing anyway. So yeah, be fun. Just Breathe Mass Effect Legendary Edition, 90% off Steam, awesome. How's the fish and chips? Right, we're going to yeah. I watched this short on. A bit disappointing, really, on the BR218, and it was leaving on a set of Dostos. And this guy, all he did was continue. He just basically chatted all the way through this like 1 minute 30 short, and about for 10, 15, probably 20 seconds of it, it was just the train pulling away, and then that was it. So I think it was about a 1 minute 30 short, and for about 20 seconds of it, all you hear is the train starting to pull away, and then he didn't get the whole train leaving the station. I thought that was so disappointing, because we all know how well a BR218 sounds, and they sound bloody awesome. Hold on a minute. What have we got? Hi, Daniel. Fish and chips. You saw that. Yeah. Hi, Gan Lee. Hi, guys. Can I clear something up for me? Yeah, shoot there, Sophie. It was okay, thanks, Sophie. You had to wait for chips to be ready. Hopefully this Saturday. You have to wait that long. Awesome. Yeah, I'll try and clear something up if I know the answer. All right, let me have a drink while this is loading in. A slurp of Dr. Pepper. Whew. I mean, it's great when it does that and I lose the stream, but I don't lose the game. The game doesn't reset. So, yeah. Operate this freight service from Rotterdam to Dresden. Right. We've got red, so... Right, we've got the way to go. Let's go. Put her in first. On the artwork shown when looking at TSW6 224, it just shows a TMS screen in right cab showing service from Plymouth and next station in Newton as Newton Abbot. However, another one shows no info available. To be honest, I can't remember. That is the thing as well. What Bradley said is, I will explain this because that 218 is a bit loud, so give it a bit of a pause. So yeah, Bradley has quite rightfully said it is work in progress. Now, some of those shots, I mean, if you got to remember these, when was Dovetail Direct? August 27th? Some of these shots were from obviously stuff from the beta team. So where some of them could be where it does show it, other shots show that it doesn't show it working. I think it was working. I can't be 100% sure. But what you got to remember is that these are the same with the streams that you see. These are work in progress. So these shots are taken very early in the stage, and they literally have 2 or 3 builds per day for Steam. Of Train Sim World 6. So they can, I mean, Matt can like release for the beta testers a build for Train Sim World 6. He can get one for 9 o'clock. They can have another build for PC for Steam at about 6 o'clock, or 2 or 3 more be in between then. So this is why sometimes he's got to check that he's got the latest build. So in between when that photo was taken and when it was time to publish it, or when it's time for the game to be fit, to, it will be locked and that's it, sort of thing. That's the version we're getting. There can be many iterations of that thing. So you've got to take it as what you see it. It's just work in progress. Whether they choose to talk about it or not, it's entirely up to them. Hopefully next Wednesday you'll be able to see. I will be more than likely be able to see over the next couple of days, but under NDA I cannot tell you. So yeah, if it's obviously after the NDA, after the what you call it, the preview stream next Wednesday, then I can tell you because you've seen it, if you know what I mean. Currently, you haven't seen the game. I've only driven little bits of it. And I cannot remember 100%. So I think I know what you're talking about, but it's just that I can't remember because there's so much that's been going on over the last... I mean, I can't believe it's over a month ago that we were there at Chatham. And then basically yesterday I was there again. But that was totally something different. That wasn't Train Sim World 6. It wasn't related to playing the game or looking at it. It was something completely different. It was for an upcoming episode of the Dogcast, which that will be coming soon at some point. So, yeah. But what you have to remember is when you see these streams that Dovetail do, and I don't think they did this last year or the year before, but when they do the preview streams, and it always will have work in progress. So this is what a lot of people forget. They start commenting on stuff, blah, blah, blah. But like with these photos and the artwork that we got and the pictures that we got, even we were picking up stuff on some of the pictures that we had in our ambassador packs. And we were saying, well, is this right, this wrong, this is wrong. These pictures are produced 2 or 3 months in advance, you got the beta testers taking loads and loads of pictures all through the thing, using photo mode and all that. So, yeah, it was just over a month ago. and we were there. Oh no, it wasn't just over a month. It'd be a month next week. We were there. It's what, the 18th today, so it's just over a month ago that we were at Dovetail. Yeah, we were there about a week before Dovetail Direct. So yeah, it's crazy, really, and there's lots happened in that time. So yeah. What do I think of the DB294? I didn't really get a good go on it. I am looking forward to playing it. So yeah. Oh, Habins. Does the Voyager have that throaty sound? I believe it was. I'm not sure who did the sound. It might have been from Armstrong Powerhouse, so I'm kind of hoping it does. But I know what you mean. I'm not being evasive on the questions because I can't really remember. Because the thing is, I hope you can hear me. What you got to remember is that I'm taking everything in, and I'm looking at stuff and thinking, "Oh wow, this is really good," sort of thing. But there's a lot that I have to try and remember. Green stink lines in the passenger saloon. I don't know. Oh dear. I'm glad there's no smell-o-vision. But yeah. The livery for the Voyager does look great. And I think they have even got, because I think you would find if they didn't have it, a lot of people would be complaining. That's why you directly ask you for not informed, because you're not only truthful but know your staff. Well, I don't know my staff as much as Matt does. But, and I will say this, it is a bit of an Easter egg. The Voyager does have the Virgin badge, where they had the Virgin badge on the cab front. It has the yellow surround, because obviously when Cross Country took the Voyagers on, they popped the badges off. You had that nice little bit of yellow at the front. Now it's not as faded, because when they revinyled the Voyagers, they didn't revinyl the fronts. Cheap asses. And they never vinyled the top either. They just revinyled the sides. So the Voyagers are still red with weathered diesel at the top, and they've also got where the badge was on the Voyagers itself. They have it where it's slightly different yellow shaped of the Virgin badge, where the Virgin badge was. Ooh, oh, there, my chicken stuffing rolls are repeating on me. So yeah, strangely enough, it's a little bit like that Love Heart to a degree, but it's yellow. So yeah, they have that, and that looks really cool. Yeah, so it's that little detail, and I mean, the Voyager itself, it looks absolutely fantastic. Gonna roll with it. Gonna repeat it. I will be going a max of about 100 kilometers an hour. There is no CIFA. I've not bothered with it. So yeah, are we going down the? I think we are going down the bypass. So I've turned the volume down in my headset because it's quite loud. Oh yeah, definitely. It's well worth buying the deluxe because with the 3 loco DLCs, the 3 route DLCs, or as the our Americans friends say, route DLCs, it adds up to about £128. But for the deluxe, you save about £63. £63 you save. So you pay $64.99 for it. So there's a fair amount to save. Yet people say it's a cash grab because it's £5 dearer this year than what it was last year. Well, hold on a minute. Call of Duty, that's still going to be £5 more expensive than what it was last year. And you get the bonus of early access, yes. The good news is as well that the Epic Game Store, their DLC is coming across as well in waves. So it's a little bit like the PlayStation 1 did a few years ago. That came across over a few weeks, which was more bloody painstaking than anything. But yeah, so that's good news. Let me just sit on the station platform here. Just cash grab by doing unlimited in real life with the airline journeys for the price of TSW5, yeah. Dave, you bought the deluxe today. That's awesome. With reward points, cost you £36. There you go. So you saved about 90 odd quid. I think Carl, you're doing something like that, aren't you? If I remember rightly. So we're just Habbins wagons, dirty Habbins. Says W6 is a cash grab. I say £60. Well, yeah. I think that's what we should answer. Saying, yeah, of course it's a cash grab. You saved 60 quid. But yeah, it does do my head in when people say that. Yeah, so yeah, but I don't think the cargo line will appear down at Riviera line. But yeah, it's well worth having those because it's the thing I see like this, and I quite like it. It's the extra gameplay element that you get. They're only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. Oh. Was that meant for here, Bradley? I'm like that little girl that does the looks left and right meme. She's there going like, comfortably numb. I'm always comfortably numb at the moment, I tell you. You're going to get the free starter pack. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you had the money, I would recommend doing the deluxe pack because it, like I said, it's the best one. It is always the best pack to buy. Unless you don't have the routes that they have on, you don't have the routes that they they have on the special edition. The Epic Dock is coming in waves. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like yeah. I understand what you're saying now, Bradley. Yeah, I've got the song in my head. It's actually the Sister Sisters version of it though, but yeah. Don't you mean maps? Oh god, yeah. Which someone mentioned, no, it's not a map, mate, it's a route. A route. Good evening, Carl. How are you, sir? I thought you were here already. You'd considered the special edition, but you've already got most of it, so went deluxe. Oh, was that a cab car leading? Oh, it was. Nice. How's your pops, mate? How's he doing? Had to answer nature. Oh, bugger. You can't wait to get the Riviera line map with the Class 802 bus. Yeah. Interestingly, there's been updates to the things already. To what things? I mean, you will... If you're on Xbox, you pre-download it, but you can't use it until whatever. But it will still get updated. That saves you having to download a huge update file, unlike what PlayStation don't do. They moved him to another care home, so he's picked up from last Friday. Oh, that's good. That's good for him. You've been practicing with the 801 to Faversham. Yes, that's how you can do it. I'm only doing 56 miles an hour and I'm at notch 50. Hold on a minute. I need to flick some switches. Hold on a minute. Instrument lights are on. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Okay, fine. Except you made a mistake of using the longest one in diesel mode. Nice. You clicked on it earlier, took the console almost 10 minutes to tell me you're too early. Nice. But you always do those. So, oh, I wonder if it's made a mistake and I can go in early. Yeah, it never happens. Yeah. Hi Joshua, how are you? You're currently doing a run in the 395. Yeah, I just did a run in the 375. It was Faversham to Victoria via Rochester. So it's literally Faversham to Faversham? Yeah, Faversham to Rochester. Because I've done a lot of the 395 services. Yeah, and also if you get Great Western Remaster, if you do have the Great Western Express, you will get the Great Western Express Remaster free of charge. They will also appear in there as services that are being under test runs and that. So what they will probably do is how they program that. If this is how the test runs go, at the major stations, the 802 will call that as an ECS, and then it's timed for a certain amount of time to be at that station with the doors open, i.e. as in to simulate passenger loading, but it won't actually give the instruction within Trainsim World for loading the passengers. Oh, we're going down a bypass, I think. No, I don't want to go down the bypass. Damn it. You're pretty good. You're doing a Maidstone to St Pancake service. Awesome. And I'm just glad it's just not me that says St Pancakes. He was actually trying to get everything installed on the storage card and got too excited. Pressing A, just left it to see what would happen, and it took longer than it usually does. Oh, that's cool. It's probably going A on. It's like, he's a week early. What's he doing? Just leave it. Let him think it's loading. Does the GW882 have a speed set? Bradley? I don't think it does. I don't know. We're getting another member, aren't we, of the 8300 family as well. We're getting the 805. When that gets released, we're also getting the timetable for another timetable, expanded timetable, with 2,000 services, and 1,000 of them will be drivable for the West Coast Mainline. How that? I can tell you something. I don't think that's going to be coming to Gen 8. There you go, Bradley. Bradley knows. He's driven the 802. Well, we are really struggling. 32 kilometers an hour. Does the 800 801 have a speed set? If not, then the 802 probably won't have. I don't know. You're also going to stress test dispatcher to max by blocking all lines at Newton Abbot to see how it affects the dispatcher and announcement system. Actually, I'll tell you something. I did quite like the announcements when they were at, was it Hoboken yesterday? They were at Hoboken, and it was like pre-announcing something that would arrive in theory on track 15 at 18:29 or something like that, and it was like 18:15. So I did quite like that, and those announcements were really good. But you still had people that were moaning because they're not the official ones. Well, you pay for the official ones then. It does have a speeder. I would suspect it does have an active guards buzzer. They don't call them guards now, do they? They call them train managers. Right, so we're going downhill now, so we're picking up. Yay! How heavy are we? I just hope they sort this thing out. I need to go to overview. We're 1,800 ton, just under 1,900. Oh, guys! Can you remember a few months ago we did the Railway Dogcast with Bessie Matthews, the train driver from GBRF, award-winning author, award-winning illustrator, and all-round lovely lady. Well, she won the at the Rail Awards yesterday. She won the Outstanding Contribution to the Railway Award, which she was nominated in. And she was up against tough competition, and I was so happy that she won it. So yeah, I think she hasn't posted much today because I think she's probably in shock. But bless her, she deserves it. So yeah. You love the UK announcements from what you saw on the Exeter video. The dual male female UK voice. Yeah. There's sometimes you get the male, and other times you get the female talking. So yeah, but this is the good thing as well, is that it can be added to upcoming routes. So with like the Birmingham Crewe to Preston route, you know, all these new routes are going to have announcements. So that's the German ones, the upcoming Portuguese, the Czechia ones. the American ones, all these new routes that are coming into Trains in World, they are going to have the boom. They are literally going to have voiceovers added. The other thing as well, if you decide that on the Riviera line, if you put a loco in, like spawn in and across country, it will still do audio announcements on board. I don't know about station announcements in free roam. When I mean free roam, I mean you actually spawn the loco in the normal timetable, and then go off and drive it. It should. I think it's passenger announcements. It spawns. And the nice nod to GWR mentioned as a service, also a nice touch. So yeah, it'll always be this is the 1056 GWR or Great Western Railway service to blah 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 blah. But imagine if you get on at Exeter and she runs through all that thingy, all the text, and then whatever station it is you stop at, which will probably be Plymouth. So yeah, it's. I'll tell you what. From when I had my little couple of hours at the Ambassador event, it really was really good and immersive to hear the passenger announcements in the train, the you know where it goes, as well as the platform announcements, and it adds that extra bit of immersion. You know, we got them with sometimes you get the German, you know, what they say at the station, or you know, the woman on Great Western Express saying due to today's inclement weather, blah 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 blah, that sort of thing. It's even more immersive than that, because it makes you think as though this is real. And the first thing that I would want you to do is, to be honest, is stand on the station at Newton Abbot. First thing you do in Trains in World, stand on the station in Newton Abbot when there's a train due in or departing, because it's the announcements are just fantastic. As far as I'm aware, and this will be confirmed in the preview stream next week, there are no limitations on Gen 8. There may be, I don't know, as it was not a definite no limitations. As far as I'm aware, this might not have changed. It might have changed, but it will be confirmed next week. So Gen 8, I think the experience was going to be the same as Gen 9. Oh, what? No layers on Gen 8? Okay. You see, the thing is, over the last couple of days, I mean, yesterday I was up at Chatham. I was at Dovetail. Today, I had my first ICT class. Hi Cam, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Can't remember what I was doing Tuesday afternoon. And then this afternoon I had my YouTube masterclass. I've not really had time, because I've also been doing other things as well related to Trains in World that I've been trying to get sorted today but can't. So yeah, I've not really had time to read the articles, and I really do need to just take a couple of hours to do that. And now with everything that I've got to check tomorrow, which could be a big thing, I'm going to have little more time to check these things out, and I really do need, because I need to catch up on them to see what the latest is. Harry published a long article on the forums today. Okay, I will look at that. I will definitely look at that. No, I shouldn't have done that one. Don't worry, that's just the link for this stream. This is what I want. Boom. Ooh, no, don't want that one. I want that one. What's that? No, someone's just reacted to the post I made. This is what I need. Boom. I don't know what's going on with Nightbot. He's doing my nutting at the moment. It covers multitude of things, including the Epic DLC information. Yes, that is pretty good news for them. There'll be people that still won't be satisfied because they're not getting it all on launch day. It is what it is. I'm kind of hoping of having a fair bit of content made and up. I'm hopeful that I will have a PlayStation version at some point next week, but I won't be able to download any content until the Thursday. So yeah, they've resolved the issue, yeah, which is good. 21 kilometers to Dresden, track 5. Right, so the rest of the routes, what we're driving, this is route number 2. We are driving West Coast Mainline, Euston to Milton Keynes. I love that route. These are all Bradley's choices. I asked Bradley this afternoon what routes. Just pick 5 routes to drive. Then we've got Cardiff City Network, and then we got New York Trenton. New York. So it's got some decent routes there. Ooh. But at least this is a red DB loco. I am driving the Class 47 of German Railways. The BR218. I do love this loco. I just love it. They got the old... They don't have LED lights. They just have light bulbs in them. And tinted glass. You've been on one in real life. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, this is empty box jockeys. I'm kind of thinking if they are doing a lot of work down in the station, in the yard area, I think it could be where they're cutting the vegetation back. But I will pop down there tomorrow, and I will have a little look-see. Because what I want to do is get some grass seed, because I've got 3 little window boxes sort of things, and they have my daffodils in them. What I want to do is, one of them I want to move the daffodils down a bit and plant my little lavender bush, and then I want to cover it all over with grass seed, and so I can get grass growing, and then I can just every summer I can get my pair of scissors out and cut the grass in my window boxes or my balcony. So I want to get some grass seed, so I'm going to pop down to probably do, if I can't get any in Wilco's tomorrow, I will pop down in the week to B&Q and pick some up. But I think it's going to be about 2 or 3 packets, probably 3 or 4 packets actually of grass. But I just miss seeing a little bit of grass out of my window. I mean, we've got some in the park about 150 yards away, but that's 150 yards away, not 2 meters away. But yeah, don't forget, consoles next Thursday will release at 1600 hours. PC, Steam and Epic will release at 1800 hours. I may well, what I will probably end up doing is, when the embargo lifts, there'll be probably 1 or 2 videos go, depending on how many I got done. I've got a video for Train Sim World 5 Journeys releasing next Friday, so that is still going to release. But there will be a fair few videos releasing from Thursday after release all the way through to, well, depending how many videos I've done. Hi Richard, I'm not too bad. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are well. I'm just gonna squeeze it down a few notches. But on the Thursday night, I think, as with most of the ambassadors, I will be streaming for my normal hours, but hoping it will be till late. So yeah. If you're wondering why I'm not going any faster, it's usually 100 kilometers an hour, although these are registered for 120. You're good. Bradley, apparently Oral is having. He'll be live as well. I'm thinking he's supposed to say I'll be live. It's almost the same as like me saying kick, as in replacing it with jack. So instead of kicking off at the UC meeting, I jacked off at the UC meeting. I didn't. I just, yeah. It was supposed to be kick off, and it went to jack off. Which kind of was a little bit of a what the F moment on the Discord server earlier this week. Thing is, I could have a job by then, I don't know. Well, but the way things are going, I probably won't, but yeah. I think we're going to do a Pendolino service. Whatever the next one is out of the group that we're doing in the timetable at the moment, we'll do the next service. After I've done this one, I need a P&B. So all this lot here, this area here, will be filled with all the stuff coming up from here. So you also have this line going up through Friedrichstadt Yard and then coming out through here. And you'll also be able to do the run from Dresden all the way up to Coswig up here somewhere, one of these areas. So we're off the bypass on the main run into Dresden. That has to be a cab car. I think they mentioned that some of the locos will have faults on them, others won't, but they are being respectively retrofitted back. Not the locos with fault, but the fault thing will work with the other certain locos. They don't. There's certain ones that they won't do at launch. It's just an easier way to sort out, so they will be coming in post-launch patches. To be honest, I'm okay with that. I know there'll be people saying, "Oh, it's something that was promised at launch," and they'll have a fit and they'll start foaming at the mouth about it, and oh my god, it's a cash grab, all that sort of shit. So there will be people moaning about that. You just know there is. Oh, it's a cash grab. It's worth. You want me to pay blah 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 for it. Blah 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 blah. And stuff that you promised is not coming. Blah 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 blah. Ugh. You just want to put a brick in their gob. It's like the guy that in Titanic. You got the guy. He's where they're trying to get the Tommy and Leo DiCaprio are trying to get out of the gated passenger area where you got the guy coming up saying, "Hey, you can't do that. That's White Star property. That blah blah blah," and he's going off like that. And he just wouldn't shut up. Then when they opened the door, they just punched him one. That's the sort of thing that I'd love to just shut someone up that's continually moaning. As I know there'll be some people that turn around and say, well, as an ambassador you shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, because they don't like ambassadors anyway. As long as the faults are on the released locos, DTG will have fulfilled their promise. Yeah, there are some that I don't think they are going to be on at the moment, but they are. It's just they can't get it right or not. Train Sim Society and whoever the other guy is as well, Train Spotter from Middle Earth, they'll moan. Dovetail's come clean with that. You look at the crap that Call of Duty are doing, they've not come clean with a lot of their stuff. You're taking a break from fixing your barrier. Yeah, just take it easy. Just put it to one side. Because the more that you get frustrated with it, because you're trying to repair it, getting to work, you could do a little bit more damage to it. So just leave it for a couple of days. Leave it. Just let it sit there. Let it do its thing. It's not life and death to fix it. Just chill out. Watch a bit of Train Sim World. Play a bit of Train Sim World. Another 1855 on the old intermodals. Currently just arrived at Stratford International. Next station is Sim Pancakes. Awesome. If I have to make a whole brand new one, you're going to be this is the thing. Just take it a little bit easy. Because if you overdo things, you might just put a little bit extra tension on it and break it. Then yeah, you got to make a whole new one. So yeah, just take it easy. Just leave it for a couple of days. You won't get the announcements on the starter pack. No, because you're not getting the routes. No, you're fine. You're alright. Don't worry. Train Spotter from Middle Earth review of Riviera. It's too linear, and they should have extended it to Bristol or London. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, we're going to zoom past them. Zoom, zoom. Oh, did you swear? Oh, yeah. Just be a bit careful. Because, well, you didn't really, because you started it up. But I mean, Nightbot's not doing anything. Oh, hello. Oh, that one. I'll start slowing it down. I've got a Habis wagon like these, but it's where like these bits are, it's 2 slidable doors, and they're actually called Habis wagons. These are Habins, but the ones I have, the model one, is a Habis, Hibbis. Made by, it's a Lima one, so it's a HO version, but apparently it's a UK wagon. There's some bits that you will get. I mean, to be honest, if you can afford it, I get the I pre-ordered the deluxe pack, because you know, it's £64.99, but you're saving 63 quid, because if you bought all that lot separately, it would cost you 123 quid. On your bus, you heard a rare announcement. What was that saying? This bus is on time or something? Now, the reason why you're not hearing the train going Sifa, is because I haven't got it switched on. The same with the safety systems, I'm not overly bothered. Just got to keep an eye on the signal states and the speed. What's in them? Nothing. Ooh. Oh, what? The deluxe pack? The deluxe pack is... Am I thinking the deluxe pack or... Oh, Paul! Hello! Welcome, sir. Thank you for becoming a member. Really, really appreciated. Oh, appreciate it, mate. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, that means we've got something that is possibly a 101 that's starting to come out, or it's a livery. Thank you so much, Paul. Really, really appreciate it. Ah, there you go. I bet you, and there you are. You caved. Oh no, it's really, really appreciated, mate. Thank you. Welcome to Platform 1. I should have a little meme to come up saying, the member now approaching Platform 1 is Train Simulator Driver. Mind the gap. Oh, and that's the other reason. Oh no, that's the ICE. That's fine. Oh, hello. Ooh. Morning from Oz. To the garbage truck. Woke me up. Proving you're not in Birmingham. You're not in Birmingham anymore, sir. Dorothy. You've been eating brandy butter mince pie. I know, I did see the mince pies available from Asda, and I'm like, man, it's September, and then there's also advent calendars as well. And I was like, really, do I have to get my advent calendar now? I'm just like, I'll leave the old advent calendar till probably mid-November. So we are approaching Dresden. Oh, there you go. That's why, because we got another one that's going in, and with a custom. Oh my god, that's down to 2 frames a second. I wonder if there's a Expert 101 in there as well. No, by the looks of it. And the elephant, I've got to get rid of that mastery type. Does my head in coming in here. So how has your week been then, Paul? You're just coming into Sim Pancakes now. Awesome. Yeah, because we started off on that route. We did the 375 from Faversham to wherever it was. And look, there you go. You've got the Hapag Lloyd 113, 112, and a surely not. Yeah, it is. It's BR 187. I think we're gonna have to put the brakes on a little bit more. Week was great, culminating in sacking a bloke and getting a tooth pulled out and taking on a bloke someone else hired without telling me. Oh, awesome. Well, I wouldn't say about having the tooth taken out. That's a bit of a pain. Was that the one that you had you when you were here, you had a toothache? That one. Oh my god. Why are my traction locked? There you go. Oh no. It's weird because a few years ago I had a big problem, a big massive infection in one of my teeth. And they thought they had it when they pulled the tooth out. But the one that was infected and causing all the problems was the one next door to it. And that was the one that I had 30 years earlier, where I had a root canal done on it. And yeah, that was the one that was giving me real bad jip. It was making my gums swell up, and they had to cut the gum to get all the stuff out of it. Why, it's awful. Yeah, it was horrible. You had an ear infection at the same time. Had to deal with that before the tooth could be done. Oh my god. You've not been well really since you've had COVID. Am I a Stranger Things fan? I've never seen it, to be honest, because it's on. Was it on Netflix? Oh, we got a Silver Bradley. Yeah, if it was on Netflix, I've never seen it anyway. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just something that I've not done. Root canal, you hate them. Just, yeah, that's it. Yeah, 800 quid on a root canal. I was about 18 at the time, so I thought, yeah, I can afford it. But when I had the tooth out, That was 800 quid down the drain, to be honest. Gold medal on Southeastern Highspeed, awesome. Right, I'm going to do that. We are going to be coming into West Coast Mainline next. I'm just going to let it come out and have a bit of a breather. I don't want to lose the stream again. Well, I didn't lose the stream. Well, I did, because I had to start. I didn't lose the PlayStation, but I lost the stream, unfortunately. I'm just going to have a P&B, have a quick drink. And I'll be back in a second. Oh, guys, I'm getting so old. In the UK, I call it bit odd, innit? What's a bit odd? West Coast Mainline is next. Actually, one thing that I haven't checked. Where is it? Oh, okay. So they've not really updated the news a lot on here, have they? Really, to be honest. Ah. Okay. Can't believe you're 45 next year. I'm 55. 56 next year. So, yeah, it's... That's wrong. There we go. So West Coast Mainline, we are going to run the Pandemino. Where are we? I haven't done the Dutch route for a while. There's supposed to be a news article out today. Then, did you get an email today, Paul, as well? Check your emails, mate. There was an article out, I think, as well, but I think you need to check your emails. So Pretendolino, and it's the 391. No, it's not that one. I always get it wrong. Who is that one? Hold on. Is it telling me that I've not done any? Oh, I see blue flashy lights. Not really done a lot. Okay. Well, so we're usually going to start from about, you know what, let's do one about mid-morning. Oh, there we go. Let's do London, Euston, Birmingham, Euston. Can we do, let's do a Manchester Piccadilly to London, Euston. Ah, okay, yeah. Don't try it yet, because it's not right. Bit of cloud. Just more grey hairs. Yeah, or no hair, if you me. Good thanks. Had an interview today and that went well. Apart from that, pondering what your next YouTube video is going to be. Oh, cool. Yeah, the thing is, you get interviews. I don't even get that. Sometimes I just get no reply, or the one that I had, was it earlier this week? Because they wanted to know why I had my driving license revoked, which I told them because I had Meniere's disease, balance problem. And they said, oh, well, we couldn't take you on anyway. So I'm just like, oh, great. So now that I've got Meniere's disease, that's going to play up with insurance purposes and that employers or agencies don't want me. So I've got that going against me as well. And it's like some of my family were just saying, well, why don't you just like apply for PIP? Because I won't get bloody PIP. That's the thing. I already know that. I've got to be literally dead to get PIP. They've already done a work assessment on me, turning around saying that they deem me as fit for work. The thing is, though, when agencies turn around and say, "Oh no, that's against, that will go against our health and safety," I've got no leg to stand on. So yeah, it gets a bit of a ridiculous sort of situation. But it's still saying I'm not doors, so yeah, put your key in, mate. Chuck that up. So, I mean, I even turned around and said that to the bloke, my work coach. I said, when agencies and that start saying, oh, we don't want you on our books because we don't feel as though we can give you any work because of your medical condition. Yet the DWP, oh, it's select random light game. Day running, there we go. So the DWP will just turn around and say, oh, we don't think you're fit enough for work. Not DWP, the agency or the job, the place that you're going to the job for, will turn around and say, no, we don't, we're not happy that, you know, you've got Meniere's disease, and we don't think that you're going to be safe enough for us. So they won't employ you. What are you lot worried about? You'll be 59 shortly. Only yesterday you had your 50th party. Oh dear. That's not your 100th and 11th. Your 111th. 111th. I think we can get going. London Euston platform 3. We are on our way. Give a toot for the departure. Yeah, you know, I've had one that phoned me, well, messaged me back via the agency, not the agency, the job search site. They messaged me back, wanted to know why there was a gap in my CV, which I turned around and said, oh, obviously everything that's been going on. Didn't get a reply. I don't know whether I've just gone on to the, you know what I mean, the pile with where they filled everything out. But yeah, it's frustrating, to be honest. There's a couple up the road from me well, about 2 or 3 miles up the road, which I can get to them easily by bus. And I've not heard from them, but you've got to go through to, it's like a national website where they do all their careers info through, but you have to make an account for each like company that you do like the application for. Well, this is the thing, you see. Type 2 diabetes and Meniere's disease is apparently it is classed as a disability because it impacts your life, but DWP don't class it as a disability. And when they did the thingy, the assessment, because I'd had about 5 or 6 months of being signed off, they turned around and said, well, the doctor can't really say what you can do and what you can't do job wise, because they're there to diagnose health problems. And I was just like, yeah, mental health is a fucking health problem. But obviously, because most of the questions that I answered, what I was asked was about would you be able to lift a 10 kilo weight like shoulder height to put on a shelf? And the answer was, literally the answer that I gave to every question was yes, but if I have a Meniere's attack, then I can't. The person I spoke to couldn't even pronounce Meniere's disease, and she didn't even know what it was. And she's a medical practitioner. How do you don't know what Meniere's disease is? Did I appeal the decision? No, because it was a foregone conclusion. And to be honest, though, I do want a job. I do want to work. I just cannot be, which I have been. I cannot be sat here just not doing stuff. I can't do that. I just feel so guilty about it. Then people turn around and say, well, why didn't you volunteer? But then when you do volunteer for stuff, there's certain things that you have to tell them when you volunteer. You sign forms and everything, and one of them is medical conditions. And it comes back to, yeah, I'm type 2 diabetic and I have Meniere's disease. And then I have to sit there and explain Meniere's disease to them. And how I put Meniere's disease is I can be sat here talking to you, stood here talking to you. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor, throwing my guts up uncontrollably. That's the serious thing. Or I could just suddenly collapse on the floor because of total loss of because of total disorientation, and that's, as long as I don't throw up, that's not really serious. But 95% of the time that will result in me throwing up because I can't stop my literally head moving. And people, when you start saying that, they don't want you anywhere near them because it's the insurance thing, the financial thing, that if you have an accident while volunteering, you've got to be insured, and that means that they got, oh, shut up, bloody Gemini, go away. They got to...
Being insured means you're protected by an insurance policy against financial loss, damage, or injury. The insurer agrees to compensate the insured in exchange for a fee.
You finished? Shut up and go away. Fucking thing. You know, at the end of the day, even though you're volunteering and they're not paying you anything for it, you're a financial liability to them. Yeah, that's it. I mean, the thing, it was, as soon as I knew that they were going to send me to, I had to have one of these DWP appraisals, I knew that they're just going to get me back into work. Yeah, I've got no problem with going back to work. I want to work. I want to do something. I want to matter. I want to, I want to count for something. But the problem being is that there are people, even if I don't even do a warehouse job, like even if I go into retail stuff or just like sit down at a desk all day, it's still, companies are very, what you call it, to employ you, and 99.5% of the time these days on your applications you have to put down many entities, what your medical medical problems are. Even in the course, the ICT course that I signed up for today, the guy that was doing the thingy, the tutor came back to me and he said to me, he goes, "What's Meniere's disease?" I had to sit there and explain it to him. And he goes, "Well, what special things do you need?" And I said, "Well, I've got to make sure that I've got my tablets with me," which I didn't have today. My anti-sickness ones. I said, if not, it's call 999 and give me a bucket or something. So it's you know what I mean. It's just difficult. It really is. I mean, I don't really want to go down the PIP way, because I know that they will basically turn around and say no. I mean, my sister has what is that condition that women get? Well, men get it as well, but she's got that, but she can't even get PIP because she's turned around and says that she drives. She can't get PIP with this condition that she's got. If you need help with a PIP appeal, find a way of getting in touch privately. It's the wording and the box ticking that's important. She just had a decision overturned with a 16k back payment. Oh God. Yeah, I mean, because the weird thing is when we I was a thingy for my mum, did the caring for my mum, but it was to get the attendance allowance. It was a guy at the I got the form from the DWP for filling out, and literally the guy took a photocopy of the form, who helped me out, and he sent me the copy to fill out with my mum, and literally I had to write everything down, bump, and this guy literally reworded it and boom, did it. We got the maximum amount of attendance allowance for my mum, which I turned around and said to her that in the end I was going to have it because I was caring for her, and she wasn't happy, but yeah, we got it. Yeah, it's. I mean, to be honest, it got to the point, and this is why I think I said that I was going to be streaming on Monday, and I didn't because my head wasn't in the right place. Because I spent 3 hours that morning and 3 hours that morning, and into the afternoon, looking for a job. And obviously one of the jobs that I recently applied with I did on Monday, but then this is when that woman phoned up and said, "Oh, we wouldn't even be able to have you on our books because you got Meniere's disease." So yeah, it's difficult. It really is at the moment, and I mean, the guy did turn around and say to me, my job coach or work coach on Tuesday, because that was my UC meeting, so anxiety levels were up as well. Oh, excuse me. He did turn around and say to me, he said, have you tried local company up at the retail park sort of thing, up the road, 6 o'clock start, they've got times for 7 a.m. as well sort of thing, blah, 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 or 8 o'clock sort of thing. But you're working with food, so or you'll be in a freezer environment, and he told me who the name was and everything, and I knew of these. I said, yeah, I said, but I said I've got type 2 diabetes, and working in a cold environment is not going to be good for me. I said the other thing is as well, is that they were sent all my details this about October, November time last year, and I was told that they would be phoning me back. They never even bothered phoning me back. This was arranged by something from CTEC that I was attending at the time, which February was my last month there, because they do you like, it's like a work restart program you get on for a year, and they really did help me out until the guy died, and then basically I was shoved from pillar to post, and it was just like the last 4 months, do this, go to the meeting, go to that meeting, and it was just a complete waste of time, to be honest. But yeah, the woman that was dealing with me at the time, she said, I've passed all your details to this company and they will be getting in contact with you in the next week. They never did. And it's the same company now that are looking for people over Christmas. And yeah, he said he's going to pass me my details. I said, don't bother. I said, because explain that's woman at the other place that sent all my details. I never heard from him. And he goes, right, okay, that's fine. And I said to him about my type 2 being in a cold environment. He goes, oh, okay. It looks as though I'm just making up excuses because I don't want to work there. I don't particularly, because, it's like I was saying that I don't want to do shift work or early starts. That's me. That's my personal preferences. There is a job out there for me somewhere. Someone even mentioned, we were chatting yesterday, is to drop in a speculative application for Dovetail. For what though? Because I'm not good at, you know what I mean? I'm not good at doing what they do. I couldn't bloody program a computer game. So yeah, so I don't. That's why I've not dropped a speculative application in, because I don't think I'm up to that sort of thing. If you know what I mean. But yeah, that's just me. That again is self-confidence problems, and yeah, I got experience working in a warehouse for 27 years. Boom, and that counts for nothing. It just annoys me that I don't get most out of the job applications that I sent. 80% of the time, you don't get a reply. I am in Poole, on the south coast in Dorset, sunny south coast, with the largest natural harbour in Europe and the second largest natural harbour in the world, because Sydney's beaten us to that one. We feel part of our harbour in because we're dumbasses. Let's whack her up a bit. 20 miles to go, London Euston. Oh, I've got loads of people messaging me. You haven't heard from JT? Well, you are down as one of their beta testers, so yeah, give it time. You was in Poole this afternoon in Weymouth. Oh, awesome. I was all over the place today, just like sorting out stuff from the interview we did at Dovetail yesterday. And then I started my ICT. Oh, hello, what's going on there? Sorting out, did my ICT course as well. Then got in, had some lunch, and then from about 2:30, trying to get certain bits sorted, and I just haven't been able to get anything done. I've been tasked. Overspeed, that's impossible. You know when you've been tasked. Can I do Cardiff to London? Hi, DJ Star. You can't do Cardiff to London because the line goes from Paddington to Reading only. John Lewis on the big retail park, then new Primark build in Weymouth. You get around. I've heard the rumours. No, that's fine. Oh, I know where John Lewis is. That's Branksome retail park. And Primark build in Weymouth, I'm not overly sure on that area. Why do people say Great Western Express is getting extended when it's not? Because they're idiots and they don't know any better. They just seem to think that it is because there's a remaster. And I wasn't thinking about you, DJ Star, about that when I said they're idiots, but I mean, you're just saying, you just asked the question, can you do Cardiff to London? No, you can't, because basically we don't have the Cardiff to Reading section of the Great Western Express. We have the Great Western route. We have basically, like I said, Paddington to Reading section, which is based in 2016. Right, you're going to head off. Awesome. Have a good one, everyone. No, that's cool, Joshua. Thanks for popping in. Next live will be Saturday, and then we've got a members only stream on Sunday, which will be, if I remember rightly, it was construction sim. Yeah, it's construction sim. Oh, whack our speed up a bit. We should be coming up. Oh, we have, because we passed what's its face, haven't we? We've passed Watford. No. Oh, no. Will Sunday be my last treat? The Saturday be my last TS5 stream? I don't know, to be honest, because I may be doing a TS5 stream on Monday. On the Tuesday, it will be Mass Effect Wednesday night gaming on a Tuesday night. Don't ask, I know, just go with it. And then on Wednesday, I'll be watching the Riviera Line preview. Although I'm kind of hoping that I would be playing the Riviera Line for a bit before that, but hey ho. Depending how everything goes on Monday, because obviously I should get a key at some point in the next 24 hours for Train Sim World 6, so I want to be making content. Wednesday will be Bradley's last Train Sim World stream, so if you subscribe to Bradley, give him a sub. Then you'll be able to watch his last TSW5 stream. I suspect it could well be Monday. But yeah, Riviera. The thing is, in theory, it will do. Yes, it's done it over the last 2 or 3 games. So yeah, over the last couple of years. 377. This is Harrow and Wolfstone. We'll give them a blast going through, just in case there are any brave souls trying to go across. Cardiff Network is next. If I'm right, isn't that right, Bradley? Yeah, Cardiff City Network is next. Obviously, if the stream crashes now, I will not be coming back tonight, because basically it's just this would be the second time I've had to start a stream, and I don't really want to. Well, third time actually. I don't really want to start doing that at this time of night. I'll tell you what, my phone has got so many notifications on it at the moment, it's ridiculous. You've got a bus shift on your game tomorrow till about midnight. Oh, awesome. Yeah, good luck with that. Have you seen anything in the yards? I haven't seen any freight, have we? Or have I not noticed that? Oh, I've been tasked. You can tell I'm not paying attention to my speed. I am speed. Oh, we've got something going down on the North London line? No, that's going down to Camden, isn't it? There he is. Oh, is that the... It is. It's the plum one, the Queen's thingy jobby. Don't usually see that spawning in. You did see a class 66. It was my 66734. I've got to say a big thank you to my members as well, and to my new member, Train Simulator Driver Paul. Thank you very much for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. And about the memberships, I had my it was the last no, because it's Route Lucky Dip, so yeah. It's just literally whatever comes out the bag, whatever I pull out the bag of routes, boom, it'll be Route Lucky Dip. Sometimes I'll have viewers vote the route, or viewers choose the route, but you've got to be quick on the old keyboard and typing in the route what you want. Usually it's the first person that brings up the route, we drive that route. But then the good thing is, when they've chosen the route, they don't get to choose the next lot of routes. Oop. Oh yeah, we got to slow down somewhat. Yeah, it's. I mean, today we're just having to do route lucky dip. You're going to try and repair your barrier one more time. Let's leave it for the night. Leave it for the night. Do it when you're fresh tomorrow. That's what you need to do. Otherwise, Saturday you'll be turning around saying, "I broke my barrier, and I've had to restart and build a new one." Leave it for the night. Do it tomorrow. Voice of experience here. You can always think and do things better in the morning or the afternoon when you finish school. That's cool. Leave it till the weekend, spend tomorrow looking at it to see how to fix it, but don't try to fix it till the weekend. That's a good one. You've got time tomorrow over the weekend to do it. You know, you've got time to do it, look at it tomorrow, but then yeah, we'll do it over the weekend. Maybe not leave it over the weekend then. But I do like the suggestion though, Carl. That's pretty cool. Just going past Camden Road. Welcome to Euston sign, or Euston station to 1 mile. 1 mile that direction would roughly be about here. It'd be on this wall here, I think it would. There you go. It'd be literally here, 1 mile that way with a big arrow. Desi coming out. Make sure you'll be low 20 miles an hour before hitting the TPWS grids. Home of the Romanian pickpockets who don't like you, who don't like tough Aussie guys following them about. Is that the ones? You can't do it over the weekend. No, I mean, you know, just look at it and just think, well, what needs to be done? Just make a list. Just don't be too hurried to repair it, because you could always end up breaking it. Right, here we go. Just make sure you're below 25. They're the ones, yeah. I had, when I was in London a few years ago, some guy on the on the underground. He just put down a bit of card with a box of tissues, a little small 10p, 50p packet of tissues sort of thing. And he goes, I don't work. I have a family to support. Can you buy this packet of tissues for £1? And I was just like, if you to concentrate more on looking for a job, you might just be able to not do this and get pennies for it. And just walked off. Now, some people turn around and say, oh, you're a heartless bastard. I'm not going to London to put money in people's pockets that just can't be asked to work. Was a drunk Australian? Well, that wasn't Paul. We have a guy who sells the big issue down in our place, down in Poole, and he's every time he sees me, he wants me to give him money. Now I gave him money once, and it was just like I had a tenner and a couple of pounds, and he took the tenner out of my hand, which I'd actually put that moving it out. He goes, I'll take that. He goes, I'm homeless, I've got no money, and I'm just like, no, you got my fucking tenner now. So I refuse to give him anything now. People turn around and say I'm heartless because I could have easily been in that position. Yeah, I know I'm heartless. Well, I'm not heartless, but I could have been in that position. But I'm not at the moment. But I can't afford to start giving people money that I need myself to live. It's that simple. But what's the big issue? Don't, because yeah, I even bought the big issue. It's the most expensive bit of rag I've ever bought. Never again. Oh, excuse me. You know what? That is the best thing, is to buy them food. Don't ever give them money. You know, there are some down here that they operate a little racket. Is a husband and wife. One week it's the husband, the other week it's the wife. But you see them round about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and they go round in their car. Either the husband or the wife comes and picks each other up about 5:30 in the evening. Yeah, in their car. So yeah, I won't give to anyone now. Right, Cardiff City Network is next. CCN. Yeah, people can be greedy taking your stuff away for no reason. Oh, yeah. It will be an afternoon stream on Monday because I am out, hopefully, on Monday night. Yes. Right, Cardiff City Network. These were 5 routes that Bradley chose after I Bradley, list me 5 routes you want me to drive tonight. Messaged him. Which I thought was quite funny. Yeah. Railhead treatment trains. Yeah, can't really do much with that, can you? 150 or 153? Let's go with the dog box. Penarth to Croydon. Croydon. That's why you never give people anything if they're that greedy for anything. Yeah. No, go do that one. 2 Charlie 08 Penarth to Croydon. If that's how you spell it. I don't know. 18th of September, we'll have a little bit of fog. Ooh, am I in? Oh, I don't know. Bit of cloud. Why is that doing that? There you go. And a bit of wind. Not that sort of wind, sir. Penarth to Croydon. I don't know. Right, we've got a. Why can't I go in there? Want the window down. Can't you do? That's okay. Open the doors. Increase the volume and turn that up, and we'll hit the test. Boom. Headlights. Two dog boxes. Yay. Buzz, buzz. Dingledale Road. Yeah, I just try to avoid the bloke now because I don't have the money to give away, you know. Because the way my money situation is at the moment, you know, I can't afford the little luxuries in my food shopping sort of thing. Yeah, because I spent this money, what was left of my savings, buying a new fridge freezer. Yeah, it's hard at the moment. So, we should be stopping here. Guys, go and get the next train. Buzz Buzz is the name of your cat, because that's what she does all the time. Oh, awesome. We've got a red light. That's got to be yellow, yeah. Yeah, if my fridge freezer hadn't gone, I'd have been 280 or £380 better off. Yeah, that's it. The joys of stuff that breaks. That is, unfortunately, that's how it is. No, it still won't fit in the gap because it's the 10mm skirting board that makes the gap too small. So where the white one used to be, it sits in there, but it's a nice snug fit now. Where the it's not as tall, but there's a bit of a bigger area each side. But yeah, I can only get half of the stuff in that fridge what I managed to get in the big fridge, the old one. I think, to be honest, and I do think about it sometimes, I think my mum would be proud of me of what I've done so far, but I'm always thinking like, oh, would she have liked it, sort of thing like that, you know, would she have approved that? And I know it sounds really stupid to think like that, but yeah, it's like I kind of hoping that she like approves of this little place. To be honest, she'll probably actually, to be honest, she'll say it looks like a rabbit hutch, but yeah. Yes, it is. It is cheaper to run, and it's quieter as well. But it's just a little bit where I can't fit as much in the freezer as I could do, sort of thing. So my loaf of bread, I usually buy, you know, a loaf of bread, stick it in the freezer. So when I finish the one I currently have, that one comes out. I can't do that now. I have to go to the shop and buy it the next day. So yeah, it's it's getting into those newer practices that you have to do. The same with, well, the pint of milk don't really matter, but the pint of milk will usually run out the same time as when my loaf of bread does. So it's just getting into that little routine of everything. Just say we were going to do a fresh put away, but we got a 20-mile-an-hour restriction, so we won't be doing that. Place is decent, nothing to worry about. Shop is next door at least. Well, it's down below me. But yeah, I mean, this is the reason why I when I saw it on Google Maps after putting the postcode in from the email, I was just like, yeah, just say yes. I had to say yes anyway, but I would have, even if I had a choice of going elsewhere, because A, it's 2 minutes away from the train station. And obviously I've got Asda below me. It wasn't the train station being so close that influenced me into buying it, or not buying it, but getting it, or saying yes even. Buzz buzz. I mean, the thing is, though, it's pretty big for a one-bedroom flat. I mean, these were built in about 2005, 2006. Did you see the baseball bat when you were over here? I mean, to be honest, I moved in and a lot of the stuff that was going on was nearing an end. 4 months after I moved in, she got evicted. But the residents in this block of flats have been putting up for it for over 6 years. Good evening there, Mark. How are you? Welcome to the stream. It's safer than the suburb that the suburb you're in makes that your comparison. Yeah, that's fair enough. You could live in much worse places than Paul. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's just the fact that basically she was dealing drugs and basically prostituting from the flat, which both no-nos, and it was just the amount of sheer people. Sometimes we had over 70 people coming and going overnight, but this is all done up on the 4th floor, I think it was, so I didn't get to see it, but I was only here in the last few months that it was going on, and where they'd already been served. But there was people in here, as you know, antisocial behaviour notices were put all on the door. There was people that were just basically sleeping all over the flats. They were crapping in the stairwells and everything. So yeah, it was a bit bleh. Bradley's area is too quiet. Well, it could be worse. It could be Chatham. I mean, it has been cleaned up a lot more than where it was last year. But there were a few people that, when I said about it, that I'm moving there was one saying, oh, well, that place is full of trouble. But to be honest, when you get to know and you speak to the residents in the block that we're in, hey, where are you going? You know, it's, yeah. I've made a few friends here, and they're okay. Only kiss we get is train. Yay. Oh no, this was she's having parties as well. I mean, the night on the day, the night before I moved in, on the Saturday, I came in, I'd had my carpet laid, I put all my curtains up and everything. And bearing in mind, I've never done this sort of thing before, obviously. You know, bought myself, well, my sister bought one lot of curtains and a curtain pole. I bought the other sort of curtains and a curtain pole sort of thing. And I've not done this sort of thing before. I've got no idea. And it was a whole new thing for me to do. And that's buy something for a house sort of thing, you know, because to be honest, if I was to do that, I would have moved out. Oh, no, it's 166. I would have moved out if if my dad was still here and living with, you know, still alive with my mum sort of thing. So I would have got my mum and dad's advice sort of thing. And I would have probably done it at an earlier age, but obviously, you know, life isn't always simple and perfect. So yeah, everything doing all this, even buying, even I had to buy a brand new cooker. I was like, well, what cooker do I get? I don't know. I've got no clue. Obviously, I had to get an electric cooker because we don't have gas in the flat. And it's just like, well, I don't know what I've got to do, sort of thing. So my sister came down with me, Afternoon, good evening there, Jack. How are you? What an absolute day. Go on then. What have you done? So yeah, it's a whole new learning experience. That I'd not been used to. Obviously, sort of dealing with more day-to-day stuff around the house that I was in at the time being before she died, looking after her, and then obviously doing all the caring aspects, and then sorting out all the financial stuff as well at the end of the month and doing all that for her. And yeah, that's a bit of an eye-opener. But then, boom, when it's all dumped on you. And it's weird. It's like I said, I think it was December time, 2023, and I was just like out in the kitchen. I was just wiping stuff up after washing up. Had the TV going on in the living room, the light off, and there was DVD playing. I think it was. And I was looking around the kitchen. And I was like, gas cooker, the fridge freezer outside, the sofas, the tumble dryer, the cutlery, the plates, everything. I said, that was Mum's, now it's mine. It was so surreal. Railway is absolutely foobarred between Reading and Pad. Oh God, what's happened? Wires down? So yeah, it was so surreal that everything in that place was mine. UK is knackered, idiots everywhere. OHLE is still up. Just decided today was the day they wanted not to work. Oops, someone forgot to put 50p in the meter. No one needs a bad train day. Plus, you had that idiot in was it Windsor today or was it yesterday? Oh, he was in yesterday, wasn't he? The orange man. That's a bit sus. Oh no, because let me have a look quickly. So yeah, it was dealing with that, and then knowing that I mean, the first thing I did was said to myself, I've got to buy a new tumble dryer, and that was a decision that I made. I think just shortly after she died, because the tumble dryer that we had, it was like bought in 1988, and this is when like there was no tank where the water that comes from all the heat drying the clothes goes. The water just dumped on the floor. There's no tank for the water to collect, so it's one of the most uneconomical tumble dryers ever. That you'd spend more money on the electricity for the tumble dryer than anything else. So it's very uneconomical to run. Was supposed to finish at 1900, but you're only just walking home now. Oh my God. Think of the overtime, son. Think of the overtime. So yeah, that's the first decision. And I know the thing like that as well is that sometimes you think, well, it was Mum's. She bought it. She paid all her hard-earned money for it. And yeah, it's that sort of decision that you got to make. And obviously, when I got this place, it was then there was no cooker in there. All the appliances had gone, and it was just literally empty space where the gas cooker, the electric cooker was. And then I thought, when I came in, I thought, hold on a minute, where's the gas pipes? And I obviously at that point I didn't realise that because of health and safety, there's no gas appliances in a block of flats now. New builds, this is. I was like, oh shit, I've got to buy myself a cooker now. And I was just like, oh, fuck, what cooker do I buy? You know what I mean? And it's just all those sort of things. You suddenly have to start making these sort of decisions that you I've got itchy here, that you didn't make before, sort of thing. You think UK needs sorting? One of our retail chains get fined for violating the privacy of thieves by circulating their pictures to other stores in the chain. Oh, for fuck's sake. GPDR. And over here in this country you can't even do that. So it's Data Protection Act, which is a load of bollocks. So yeah, basically I had to. It was ordering, or buying, and then ordering, and then saying, well, do I get it delivered to the flat so they can take my old? I mean, no, because they can't take my old cooker away then. So I get it delivered to home, and I paid for the cooker to be removed, but the cooker hadn't been disconnected at that point, because apparently they were supposed to disconnect it, but they didn't. So I had to get British Gas in, or actually a private company in, to get it disconnected about a day before I moved. Then luckily there was someone that messaged me after that. My sister saw a post on Facebook that his son wanted a gas cooker, but they couldn't really afford a new one. I was getting rid of that one, so my sister gave me their number, and I phoned them up and said, look, explained everything. I said, I've got a gas cooker, I've got to get rid of it. I said, I can't take it with me, but all that sort of stuff, because moving into a flat. I said, do you want it? And they came the same day that I was moving out to pick the gas cooker up. I said, it's a bit of a mess, dusty and everything. I said, I've cleaned it as much as I can. And he goes, oh, don't worry. He goes, how much do you want for it? I said, no. I said, you can have it free of charge. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. I said, you can have it free of charge. You have the same thingy here. Where we basically choose everything dumb that UK doesn't copy it. Yeah, it's about right. There was this foot level crossing which is closed because someone smashed the lights. Yeah. Because people are stupid. So yeah, it's just it's obviously it's weird, because the only other thing that I got of big things that I bought, that my mum bought, was the washing machine, and obviously the TV that she bought about a year before she died. So yeah, some people are twats. So yeah, it's the last couple of years. It's been an amazing. Well, I wouldn't say an amazing experience. It's just been an experience, really. Oh, hello. Son of a. So yeah, I just kind of think that, you know, I hope she likes it, sort of thing. Do you know what the first thing I actually bought for the flat was? Just have a guess. And it wasn't a cooker or a tumble dryer. Or you could probably say it was a tumble dryer. But I bought that at the house anyway. What do you think the first thing I bought, the first ever thing I bought for the flat? No, not a bucket and mop either. I think your mum would be proud of how you've coped since she passed. I wouldn't say I've coped, because I think there's some days when I don't. I think I would like to think that she's proud of me for. Oh, hello. Okay, we're going to stop here then. Fine. I don't know. I kind of think I'm kind of hoping that she's proud. No, it wasn't the bed. It wasn't the bed. No. It wasn't paint either, because I didn't get that until after I bought the table and chairs for the balcony. That was the second. They were the second thing that I bought for the flat. It wasn't also a bottle of Dr. Pepper either. You have coped. You're doing fine. It's a massive. Oh God, yeah, definitely a massive change. Definitely. I'm kind of dealing with it a lot better now than what I was. Obviously, because I've got somewhere, and it's just I need to get the job. But yeah, the first thing that I bought, it wasn't even the carpet either. Because that's something as well. I've never ever bought carpet before. I lived at home, never had to. Never bought a cooker for myself. You know, the tumble dryer. It's all big decisions and everything. So I think, judging on the move and everything that I bought for the move, I spent nearly 8 or 9, possibly 10 grand in total just for the new items and everything. The first thing I bought for the flat was a clothes area. One of these little metal wiry folding ones. Yeah, that was the first thing. Literally the weekend after I got the I got the keys, I went to Argos and I got myself one of these little clothes air dryers. And that was I bought for the first thing before I bought for the flat. I know it sounds absolutely stupid, but I even bought a picture of my mum down, where she was sat on like an old shoebox in our doorway, sort of thing, at the old place. I had that framed, and that came down. Oh, bollocks. I'm going to have a shit day because I'm not going to be able to stop here. Oh, I don't know. Please stop, please stop, please stop. Hold on a minute. Oh, we may get one in. Oh, we're in. You've coped, you're doing fine, it's a massive change in your life. Yeah, definitely. You've done well having to go it alone in your 50s. Yeah. Not having had to do it before. We all have shit days no matter what, depending on what life decides to throw at us that day. Yeah. And having to do that for the first time in your 50s is something to be well proud of, because it's not an easy thing to do. even in your 20s. No. Oh, there's a leak there. The worst thing is, I would always ask my mum for advice. You know, because the thing is with her, and Paul has seen the size of my fridge, the old fridge freezer. Now, my mum was a hobbit. When I say she was a hobbit, she was a hobbit. She'd make Ant-Man look tall. And I said to her, when she went and bought this fridge freezer. This fridge freezer is about nearly 7 foot, probably just over 8 foot tall. And my mum's like, she said to me, she goes, "What do you think?" And I went, "To what?" She goes, "That." I was like, "You ain't going to get that in the door." She went, "Oh, we will." And I was just like, I turned around and said to her, I said, "Yeah, they won't get it in the door." And she said, "They will." And it was, it's 700 mil wide and nearly, 7.5, 8 foot tall. And I turned around and said to her, I said, "Well, I suppose when you kick your clogs," I said, "Well, I can always put you in the freezer." Because she'd fit in it, basically. She looked at me like, if looks could kill, I'd be on the floor taking my last breath. But yeah, she went and bought it. And, she could have used it as like a little condo or something. It was that big. But yeah, she'd always say, "Oh, what do you think? Do you think that?" And I was just like, oh. And then when the TV went, it's like she said to me, she goes, "Oh, well, what do you need?" She was shorter than that, yeah. Yeah, she's a hobbit. But no, it's just, some of the things is like, I wasn't really expecting a fridge freezer the size of where you could park your car in it. But it's quite a nice little fridge, actually. Well, not little. But, yeah, she's always like that. She goes, "Oh," when the TV went, she goes, "What size TV do you think I will go?" She goes, "I'd like to have one the size of your TV," which is my 55-inch, 65-inch, no, 55-inch Samsung's. I went, "No, you don't need that down here." I said, "It's too big." I said, "You'd have to change bits about." She goes, "Oh, that'll be fine." I went, "No," I said, go for the same size of what you got now." I said, "Because you can still see it, can't you?" I said, "Because obviously she had failing eyesight with the ocular degeneration, macular degeneration, sorry, and the cataracts, but she could still make out the TV." And she said, "No, that'll do." Because I thought, no, we'll just get a 40-inch or 32-inch TV, which I've got that in the other room. So yeah, unfortunately, last October, I think it was last year, I lost the 3D TV, which is a bit of a shame because that was a fantastic little TV. She's officially a dwarf. Our lass is 4'9" and 3/4, so is officially a dwarf according to Google. Hi ho! Nah, she's a hobbit. Wybina, you got any passengers getting on? Am I supposed to wait for these lot to turn up? So yeah, it's. I think the only thing she will complain about is you've not got a very big garden. Well, no, I've just got a balcony. So this is why I want to get these little window boxes that I've got, as well as having my daffodils in them, because she loved daffodils. I put in the lavender bush, replanting that into one of them, and then just putting grass all over it. New York Trenton is next. And that will be the final one tonight. I'll probably set my alarm again, which I don't really want to do, but I want to get up and do things tomorrow, so get them started early. So I'll probably end up setting my alarm tomorrow, because I've got to finish off the bits for Thursdays, for Tuesday stream, then the bits for this stream. I've got to transfer the photos off the camera from the Dovetail thing, and also the photos off the camera and GoPro from when Euston went through, which I never did. And I've got database to update as well. So that's all what I've got to do tomorrow as well, and not all the other stuff, like make sure I'm able to download the new game. Yeah. So there's a lot to do tomorrow. And also walk to B&Q. Well, I'll walk to B&Q, but because I want to go past the railway and have a nose what's going on. So that'll be the best part of an hour and a half, 2 hours. Okay, we're going to stop it then. Didn't have the headlights on. $6,473 and a platinum. Trenton, New York Trenton is the last route. I'm tired as well. Lot to do today. I had a lot to do. So yeah, if I can get up early tomorrow, have my breakfast or do all my bits. I need to wash up tonight after the stream. I haven't washed up for 3 days. Well, the last to be honest, the last time I washed up anything was what day is it today? It's Thursday. So it would have been Tuesday night was the last time I washed anything up. So there's a little bit of washing up to do. I should do that tonight. Yeah. Oh dear. Shirking my responsibilities already. Let's do that one. Got to remember how these brakes works. Could have done a conductor mode on it, really, couldn't I? Dumbass. So I'll sit down. I'll put a DVD on as well. Watch that. Sit down and relax before I go to bed. I didn't get a good. So strangely enough, I didn't get a really good night's sleep last night either. So yeah. Kept waking up. Oh, sorry. Unlock doors. It's automatic brake. Power handle. Whoa, this is so weird. Well, that works then. Oops. Okay, won't worry about that then. Wait until 10:10. Turn the Russian guy off. Lock the drawers. Nothing on the back wall. Oh, there is. number light. Oh, stick the number lights on. Oh no. I think we're fine. Right, let's go. Linden, track A. This is the one with the lap brakes that are really horrible to do. This is a stop at as well. Lap brakes are fine when you're making an application. What's the reduction on the bugger? The re-equalising valve. Make the reduction you need using that gauge and let the rest catch up. Okay. So, do you guys remember the AC's S64 that they had done in the Train Sim World 2 livery? Matt actually has a Bachmann model of that HO gauge Bachmann model. I didn't actually notice it as much when we went there on in August, but strangely enough, he was there and he's telling us all about it yesterday. And yeah, he's got the model there, and it's absolutely fantastic. Doing. Yeah, that's it. It's the one on the shelf in the reception. apparently Barkman actually got in contact with Dovetail and asked if they could make a model of it. Of which, of course, they agreed to it. Obviously, they got permission from Amtrak. This is what I like to see as well. All the traction motors slung underneath as well. It's not that horn. Is it this one that's based on the BR101? Has that look to it on the front, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? It's pretty amazing sometimes when you think about it, when there's a locomotive that even like the Americans will buy, sort of thing. Hi, Mindy Ticket Trombone, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I don't mind going the slow speed going in. At some point next week, I will be back on doing the job hunting I got to. Doing all right. It's been pretty busy from sometimes. How are you doing? I really just didn't realise what I said then, Bradley. Bugger. I'm all right. It's been a bit of a hectic couple of days. Yeah, but I kind of like it being hectic. And sometimes not knowing whether my arse is screwed, bored, or countersunk. Pardon the crudity of it, because basically it just keeps me on my toes. And it's been one of those few days, I think it is. Some dude just messaged me asking how to make a flight in this game. Huh? This is like train sim, not flight sim. I wouldn't know on that. Ooh, hiccups. I should tell you what I do want to do, because I'm trying my finest at Canva now these days to make some decent thumbnails. So, and I think because we got NJ Transit with the ALP 46 and the 45D and the other thing coming, the Arrow, next week, then I'm thinking this one we could have a thingy. So excuse the old photographs. She could really do it up a bit more, actually. Bring in the field of view a bit, and then just bring that out. She probably look better like that, actually. Bring that out just a bit. Yeah, that'll do. Bring the exposure down. Oh, saturation needs to go up. Exposure down. Bit of brightness down. Bit of grain. Boom. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. And there's a pic for the thumbnail. You had a drive of it in TSC. It's quite a nice drive. It is. The route, the Morristown route, even last night, I know it was on for an hour and 30, I think it was the actual one of the long runs. They're doing the old Michael moonwalk job. It is a nice run. So, I mean, the other thing is as well, I think Paul will probably know this as well, is that with the upcoming release of TSW6, this next week is going to be pretty busy for us, because there's a lot of content that we're going to be making, and sometimes, I mean, I think as long as I can get everything downloaded and working on the PC and eventually on the PlayStation I'm just going to be going live with, and it will just be the normal content on the thingy. But I need to speak to Alex, because I think there's a couple of bits of stuff that I'm missing, and I think one of them is the Acela, and it might be I've got to check tomorrow, actually. Yeah, no kidding, yeah. And then you also got your day job to do as well. Oh, we're stopping here as well. Oh, don't mean to do that. Well, I guess we're stopping here anyway. You know what? We may just stop in time. No, we're not stopping here. Well, I think we are stopping here actually. Oh crap! How do we do the old? No, I didn't mean to press that one either. Good job that don't work. There you go. Just switch it off and on again. Caution, the doors are closing. Newark International Airport, Track A. Do you think the train just took a day of a break at the station? Yeah. This is the one where it's the self-lapping. Is it self-lapping? I can't remember. Manual lap. So it's a bit like the BR 101 DMU. Lap brakes, yeah. The worst kind of taste. If I remember rightly, this is where, just here was the rundown for NEC New York Rochelle route. This is just here where you start, and I remember because it was this route, which not this route, but the New York Rochelle or Newark Rochelle route in Train Sim World 2018 or Train Sim World 1. This was the one that I did the first walk in the route on. I think you just got to get used to them, to be honest. Not like what I'm doing. Although I'm not completely coming to a stop. Back in my day. And to be honest, this is not very often that I drive this loco. Usually it's the ACS 64 or the thingy. And a cellar. That'll do. Or the Amfleet cab car, yeah. I do like driving that. Doing, doing, doing. Thing is, though, although this is an airport over here, you don't really hear many planes taking off. You're the same. You sometimes stop driving a content train or route, and when you hope on, it's like you have a new route map, and yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, this one, and what's the other thing that I hadn't driven for a while? I drove a couple of weeks ago. Oh, TGV. Drove it on Wednesday, I think it was, or Sunday. Sunday. I hadn't driven that in months. Since January this year, I haven't driven the TGV. Yeah, I think for some strange reason it's because of when Microsoft Train Simulator was released. It was, I really enjoyed that section of the Northeast Corridor, what they had, and I think apart from the other American route, it's one of the most driven routes that I drove, apart from say Chappie Pass when that came out, or Ogden and Port Northern or something. Well, we ain't going to take this 45 at 45. I think it was Brandon that was last night in the stream, was just explaining every sort of the signal stuff with the AC thingy here, all this lot, and oh, you're now coming under like a 30 local territory sort of thingy yellow. I just like whoom straight over my head. Plane coming into land. You're a TSW expert and it went over your head, yeah. Then he had all these little signs up saying, oh, rule 10, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the thing is, unless you actually know all those rules off by heart, which strangely enough some people do, you know, it's just like, whooms, again, straight over my head. It's not just being arrogant on my part. It's just that I just don't understand it to a degree. NORAC signal rule book, yeah, that Brandon was talking about, yeah. No disrespect to him, because he obviously knows his strawberries, basically. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Green, red, oh, green go, red stop, anything else, slow down. Yeah, that's it, basically. Yellow, you're okay to go to the next one. Oh, hello. Shall we unlock the doors again? Didn't put the brakes on. I think this is part of the Newark, not the Newark, London, Long Island Railroad sort of. Oh, I'm in the thingy, aren't I? Oh. NSE 465. What's my favourite livery on a train? I think it would have to be Rail Freight Red Stripe for British Railways. I'm sure this here would be like part of the Long Island Railroad, I think. You can't even go in there. Oh, yes, you can. No, you can't. Well, that's a bit of a bugger. That is path roads and quite a lot. Oh, cool. Oh, path trains. Okay. Look at that. So that's the line where he is. That part of the line is down at that goes down to Morristown, isn't it? Because that will then follow us up to Secaucus Junction. And this is where Hoboken is, around here somewhere. Wendy likes riding. I bet she does. If you want to learn the signalling, print this out and stick it on the wall. Right, signal guide PDF. Ooh, I shall. Cheers, Paul. Oh, awesome. Put that on my desktop at the moment, but what I will do is see. Kind of hoping that will go in there. That I put that in the to keep file on the server, guys. Oh, thank you for that. I'll have a read of that later. They've definitely made this a lot better looking as well from this section here. From obviously yesterday's from the stream. I think I missed the B. Missed the what? Oh, 60, 60, 60. Yeah, this will be my last one. Like I said, I've got to do the washing up, which I haven't done for 3 days. Let's slow it down to 42. I'll have to check on this tomorrow to make sure that I've got... I don't think I've got New York Trenton. Not on the PC anyway. And I don't think I've got the Amtrak Acela either. I think I've got... I don't know if I've got this. Oh, we're stopping here, aren't we? We're not stopping here. No way. So this bit of the line down here, they did show with trains running through there. Gotta remember. Yeah, this is what I was saying. I don't usually run these locos. Although I do like driving the route, it's just because of the lap breaks. But you got to learn how to do it because we've got them in the other game, in the other route now, coming in 6. I love there's that little delay of it when it starts up. Oh. I was saying like, earlier on in Discord this afternoon, I just can't wait till I go to bed tonight, but it's going to be a little while yet, and about another hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll shut her off because we got a 75 limit. We got the APL 45 DP too. When he knows the DP well, so we could get her in for training. Yeah. Down to 60. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool coming out of there. So current streaming plans for this week, for the rest of this week. No stream on Friday. Saturday is Trains in World, and it will be viewers vote the route. Sunday night is members only stream, and that will be construction sim. And then Monday afternoon could well be Farewell Trains in World 5 stream. That will possibly be the last Trains in World 5 live stream I do. And then there is a video, a Trains in World 5 video scheduled for release next Friday. That's a Trains in World Journeys video. Now, I am debating whether or not to pull it, because by then, in theory, or actually I may release it on the Wednesday. And then I will have content throughout next week, so it'll be the last Trains in World 5 Journeys video, and then it will go to Trains in World 6 Journeys. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, there's a fair bit to do because I've got to when we eventually do get early access for TSW6, I've got to download the stuff what I have got, and then I've got to do it all over again on the PC, the PlayStation. Burgers are ready. Oh, bloody hell, don't. I'm not interested in the Call of Duty beta this year. Not interested one bit. There's one beta that I've played that I'm really interested in, which is Battlefield. I'm interested in that. If I get Battlefield on the day of release, so be it. If I don't, I don't. It just depends on the money. By the looks of it, even my earnings from YouTube, which I get this month, yay, will more than likely go on food. I gotta live. Sorry, guys. I know I said I'll put it back into the channel, but if I don't eat, then I won't be putting anything into the channel. Yeah, there's no damn way I'll be going 90 through here. I haven't had burgers for a few weeks actually, but tomorrow I am gonna have. Yeah, I know, but that's me. I will. I'm having spag bowl tomorrow night. Yeah, I know. It's just me. It's just me. Where the hell are we going? We're going all the way over there. Oh wow. Just in case it didn't want to stop. the hell's the marker lights? The wrong doors open as well, dumbass. You might have to go. It's been super fun hanging out in the stream. Hope your day goes okay, and take care. No, thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. I will see you again in another stream at some point. This will be my last one, because yeah, I've done 5. Been on since about 7:30. So yeah, but we're good. No, thank you for coming in. It's really appreciated. What do we get? Where are we? 10,014. Yeah, it could have been better. But look at that. Not. Oh no, it won't tell you on there that I was speeding, would it? No. Okay. I think it was. Oh no. There's a little bit. Oh dear. Bit of speeding, just a lot bit. 47 minutes. Yeah, cheers, Mark. Thank you very much. Have a good night. And yeah, guys, I will see you on Saturday evening. Or I'll be on Discord over the next couple of days anyway, on and off. And yeah, I can't share any pics of stuff when we do eventually get it downloaded and when. But yeah, guys, thank you all very much. And I've got to say, big congratulations to Carl as well for getting a job. And good luck for when you start next week. So that's really appreciated. Really well done as well. Yeah, guys, thank you all very much. And I will see you on Saturday for the next stream. So have fun. Big thank you to Train Simulator Driver for becoming a member, and to all my members. Thank you all. Big thank you. Big shout out to you as well. So cheers, guys. I will see you in the next one on Saturday. So yeah, thank you all. Cheers. Bye-bye.